Hello, I'm your sleep sister. I'm here to help you rest with calm, slow stories that help you fall asleep. In this series of videos, each night you will become an animal and move through their world gently and quietly. Tonight you are a stray cat. If you'd like more sleep stories like this, feel free to drop a like and subscribe for new videos daily. It helps more than you know. I'm also curious where you all are listening from, so drop a comment with your location and what time it is there. I would love to see our global community connecting through these stories. Now dim the lights and let's ease into tonight's adventure together. You wake slowly. There is no alarm, no voice, no sound at all, only the warmth of morning light pressing gently against your fur. One side of your body is tucked into the space where brick meets stone, just enough to cradle you. The other side is kissed by sun. You stretch without opening your eyes, first your front legs, one at a time, then your back, a soft arch, a small sigh, a flutter of your whiskers. You roll to one side and let the light soak in. This is your spot. The alley belongs to no one, and that's what makes it perfect. Cracked pavement, rusted fences, forgotten crates stacked in corners like old memories. It's quiet here, but not silent. A pigeon calls in the distance, a pipe drips somewhere above. Far off, a bus exhales. But you don't move yet, not fully. You've earned this moment, the slow waking, the calm breath, the warmth before the world begins. When you finally open your eyes, the light doesn't startle you, it welcomes you. You blink, ears twitching, tail curling softly along your side. Today is nothing special, but it's yours, and for a stray, that is everything. You rise. One paw at a time, you step out of your warm hollow and into the soft rhythm of the morning. You move like water, you make no sound, and the city stretches before you, familiar, quiet, waiting. You walk slowly at first. The sun hasn't fully cleared the rooftops, and the shadows still stretch long and cool across the alley floor. Your paws move with quiet confidence, each step smooth, deliberate, unhurried. You know every crack in this pavement, every place the stone dips just slightly, every patch of weed that smells like crushed dust. A breeze slides down between the buildings. It lifts a scrap of paper, stirs the smell of yesterday's bread from a bakery you've never been inside, and carries it past your whiskers. You pause, tilt your head, inhale. You are not hungry yet, but you like to know what's out there. You hop onto a low crate with practiced ease, then higher, onto a ledge worn smooth by time and your own paws. From here, you can see the quiet corners of your world. A row of trash bins, a stack of old bicycles, a patch of green trying to push up through the concrete. You sit and groom, first your paws, then your sides, your tail, behind your ears, slow, steady movements. This is how the day begins. Not with noise, not with effort, with calm, with routine. with care. You are not watched, not judged, just present. You finish cleaning, blink once toward the horizon, and leap gently back down. The morning is yours, and you're only just getting started. You leap. Not far, just from one ledge to the next, but even that small motion feels graceful, effortless. You land without sound, your paws finding balance before your mind even catches up. From here, the rooftops stretch before you like stepping stones, rusted vents, humming air conditioners, faded satellite dishes, all softened by a layer of nighttime mist that still clings to metal and tile. Far below, the city hums, but up here, it's quiet. The noise is only a suggestion, like the memory of something loud. This is your favorite place, the high places, your kingdom above the humans. Signs glow below in pale blues and electric pinks. Kanji flickers from old shop fronts. Steam rises from vents. Vending machines blink from corners like sleepy eyes. The world is waking up below you, but you're already awake, already watching. You pad along the edge of the building, tail flicking gently. A bird flutters away as you approach. You don't chase it, you have no need to. You pause at your favorite perch, an old, rusted balcony rail with a perfect view of the alley below. You sit, watch, breathe. You are not lost. You are not waiting. You are simply here, high above the world, a shadow among lights, and the morning belongs to you. You crouch low, still, not out of hunger, but out of habit. A group of pigeons has gathered across the rooftop, picking through the gravel near a rusted air duct. They coo and flutter, heads jerking with each step, unaware or perhaps uncaring that you are watching. You don't move, not yet. Your tail flicks once, barely, a single twitch. Your ears stay forward, eyes unblinking, gaze soft but locked. The hunt is not always about the catch. Sometimes it's about the stillness, the focus. The rhythm of body and breath aligning with the world around you. A gust of wind lifts a stray feather into the air. It spins lazily, catches a beam of neon light, and glows pink for just a second before drifting out of sight. You exhale through your nose. One pigeon looks up, briefly meets your gaze, then returns to its pecking. You could lunge. You could startle the whole flock into flight, but you don't. You wait, not because you must, but because you can. Eventually the pigeons move on. You rise, stretch your front legs out long, and yawn. No disappointment, no frustration, only calm, only quiet. The city blinks and buzzes below, unaware that a small predator just let the morning pass in peace. You descend, quiet as breath. One paw, then the next, down an old fire escape that groans softly beneath your weight. It's a sound you've heard 1,000 times. Not danger, just memory. Below, the alley glows with soft neon reflections. Pink from a noodle shop sign, green from a flickering convenience store. You walk past bins, vending machines, the ghost of yesterday's rain still glistening in the cracks of the stone. Then you see the window. It's always this one, second from the ground, just high enough to stay untouched. The curtains are half drawn, the light behind them a soft golden blur. And there, resting on a velvet pillow behind the glass, is the window cat. Fluffy, round, still. A patch of white fur curled into itself like a comma between chapters. It doesn't move as you approach, doesn't startle. It only lifts its head slightly, eyes meeting yours through the glass. There is no rivalry, no fear, just a shared stillness. You stand there for a while, seconds, minutes. No one is counting. You blink once. The cat blinks back. Two creatures, two lives, divided by nothing but a pane of glass and 1,000 differences. And then you move on, not sad, not envious, just full of something quiet, a feeling without a name. Delete this part. You follow the scent. It's faint, earthy, sweet, something green pushed up through concrete and time. You've passed this way before, but today the wind carries it closer. So you turn the corner, slip between two buildings, and find it. A garden. Not large, not planned, just space that grew wild when no one told it not to. Cracked tiles give way to soft dirt. Ivy climbs the brick. Old clay pots overflow with mint and basil. Somewhere, a tomato vine tries its best against the odds. A broken bamboo fence leans away from a mossy wall, and there, in the center, a small stone lantern glows faintly with neon reflection, blue and violet dancing on its edge. You step inside without a sound. This place has no owner, no rules, only calm. You rub your side gently against the tall grass, roll once, letting dust and mint cling to your fur. The world smells different here. Less city, more time. A bee hums lazily past your ear. You don't chase it. You simply blink and let it be. You curl in the dirt, paws tucked beneath you, and listen. This is not home, but it is safe. And for now, that's enough. You hear him before you see him, not barking, just breathing, a low, steady rhythm, labored but calm. You pad softly toward the source, slipping out of the garden, across a patch of neon-lit gravel, and toward the open back gate of a small corner shop. There, curled beside a plastic crate of empty bottles, lies the old dog. Big, tan, muzzle gone white with years. One ear droops. His eyes are closed, but his nose twitches. You pause a few steps away. He knows you're there. He always does. But he doesn't rise, doesn't growl, just lets out a slow sigh through his nose, a sound more like tired wind than warning. You sit. A moth dances in the air between you, catching the violet from a glowing vending machine nearby. Somewhere behind you, A sign buzzes faintly. The dog opens one eye. You blink. He blinks back. That's all. No words, no movement, just acknowledgement. You are both street creatures, both older than you look, both surviving without asking anyone's permission. You stay a little while longer, then you rise, you nod, barely, and continue on. Behind you, the old dog exhales again and closes his eyes. You feel it first, a shift in the air, cool and clean, the scent of wet stone before it's even wet. The sky above, once soft and blue-black, turns the color of bruised plum. The neon lights below seem to sharpen, reflected brighter against the deepening gloom. And then, a single drop, right between your ears. You pause, blink upward. The second drop lands on your back. The third hits the crate beside you. By the fourth, it's a rhythm. You move quickly, but not with panic, just purpose. Through the alley, beneath a low archway, past a flickering lantern, you find your spot. You always do. It's a metal awning above an old back door, slanted just enough to let the water slide off to one side. A stack of flattened cardboard leans nearby, and you curl into it without hesitation. The rain begins in earnest. It hisses against concrete, drips from balconies, gathers in gutters and flows in quiet rivers past your shelter. A neon sign across the alley buzzes once, then goes dim. Another lights up in its place, soft pink reflected in ripples. You listen. You've slept in worse places. You've been wetter, colder, forgotten. But right now, you are dry. You are warm. You are here. And outside, the city sings its quiet rain song, just for you. Sleep finds you gently. You do not chase it. You do not resist. It arrives like a shadow growing longer, a breath growing slower. You blink once, then once more, and let go. The rain fades, the neon softens, and your body feels small again. You are not the cat on cardboard in an alley. You are something younger, newer, a kitten. You feel warmth, not from cardboard or city air, but from fur pressed all around you, a heartbeat against your cheek, a mother's breath across your ears. The world is not wide yet. It is close and safe and full of smells you do not know names for. You push gently against the bodies beside you. A sibling's paw brushes your face. You yawn, tiny and unknowing, and the sound of rain fades completely, replaced by something deeper, purring. You don't know if it's yours or hers. It doesn't matter. It fills you like food, like light, like sleep itself. This is not memory, not quite, just the soft return of a feeling you once knew, safe, warm. You're not sleepy yet. Your brothers and sisters are curled beside your mother, small, warm bodies breathing in rhythm, pressed into one another like folded socks. But your eyes, still so wide, still new to the world, refuse to close. You blink slowly in the dark, ears twitching at distant sounds. a car door, a voice, the buzz of a vending machine in sleep mode, and then something flickers. At first, you think it's a trick of your eyes, but no, it comes again. A long sweep of green, low on the walls across the alley, then blue, soft and cold, then pink, bright enough to tint the puddles. You lift your head, stare. The reflections shift and shimmer. A passing train overhead, its lights bouncing through the metal bones of the city. You've never seen light like this. Fire is warm, the moon is gentle, but this moves like a thought. It dances in puddles, flows across windows, slides up walls, and disappears again. It leaves color behind. You rise slowly, pause silent on the damp stone, step closer, watch as the ripples change. The flickers make your fur glow at the edges. For a moment, you are bathed in pink, then green, then blue again. You don't understand what you're seeing. You don't have to. You sit, you watch, and in the dark alley, beneath a sky tangled in wires and light, your heart learns something it won't forget. Not everything that moves is prey. Some things are simply beautiful. Tonight you climb for the first time. You've watched your mother do it, how she leaps from bins to pipes, scales cracked walls with ease, vanishes into the sky. It looked impossible, like magic. But now she's waiting, tail curled, eyes calm. She says nothing. She only watches as you step closer to the low wall. Your paws feel uncertain. The bricks are cold, and the distance between surfaces seems wider when you're this small. But you crouch, you gather yourself, you leap. It isn't graceful. Your back paw slips, your claws scrape against stone, but you land, awkward and wide-eyed, beside her. She blinks once. Approval. You follow her higher, from crate to ledge, from balcony rail to rusted pipe. The world below shrinks with every step. The streetlights become stars. The alleys look like rivers of light. Then the rooftop, a flat stretch of gravel and vents, an open sky above, painted in streaks of navy and magenta. Neon hums at the edges, casting soft colors across your fur. Wind brushes your whiskers. Your heart beats fast. You're not afraid, not anymore. You walk beside her, tail up, eyes scanning the new heights. The city stretches in all directions. This is what she sees. This is what you were meant to see. Not just walls and trash and puddles, but sky and rooftops and freedom. She moves ahead, silent as breath. You follow, not because she told you to, but because your paws already know. The rooftops aren't a straight path. They rise and dip, twist and end without warning. Pipes jut like ribs from the buildings. Wires hang low in places. But she doesn't hesitate, and neither do you. Her tail sways just enough to guide you. A twitch left, a pause, a slow crouch before a wide leap. You mimic every motion, eyes locked on her shadow. You don't always get it right. Your landings are clumsy. Your claws catch where hers don't. But she never looks back with judgment, only patience. Below, the city whispers. Cars pass, voices rise. A scooter buzzes like a dragonfly through the alleys. Somewhere, a sign flickers and resets. But none of it touches you. Up here, it's just pause on gravel, breath in the air, and the soft echo of footsteps you're still learning to make. She slows once to test you. A long metal pipe stretches across a narrow rooftop gap. She pads across it like it's part of the earth. You stop, look down. It's not far, but it feels like forever. She waits. You step forward. One paw, then another. The pipe wobbles, but your balance holds. You don't breathe, you just move, and then you're across. She blinks once. You puff out your chest, just a little. You are learning. You are becoming. It happens quickly. A flutter of wings, a sudden gust. You flinch. A startled pigeon erupts from behind an air vent, and your instinct takes over. You chase, not to catch, but to follow. The movement is too fast, too exciting. Your legs move before your thoughts. One leap, then another, and when you land again, she's gone. You blink, turn left, then right. The air still smells like her, but the shadows are different here. The rooftop behind you feels unfamiliar now. You take a step forward, then freeze. No sound, no movement, no mother. Your heartbeat grows louder than the city. You let out a soft mewl, just one. It disappears into the night like breath on glass. The neon doesn't comfort you now. It hums coldly, too bright on the edges. The sky seems farther away. Everything smells strange. You sit down, tail wrapped tight, trying to stay still. She'll come back. She always does. You repeat it in your head like a rhythm, like the soft beat of her purring. But doubt creeps in. A dog barks in the alley below. A can clatters. The wind picks up. You curl into yourself. And then, a shape. Slow, calm, familiar. She appears like she never left, her eyes steady, her body low to the ground. She noses your ear gently, then licks your head once, not scolding, just present. You press into her. She doesn't speak. She doesn't need to. You're found. You're not supposed to be this close. That's what you've learned. Stay hidden, stay light. Humans are loud, and their hands move too quickly. They smell strange of plastic, smoke, and things you don't understand. But this one is different. You saw her from the fire escape, sitting in the alley beside a milk crate, humming softly. She's here most nights in the same spot, surrounded by plants in chipped ceramic pots. The scent of warm bread drifts from her open window above. Your mother pauses at the edge of the roof. She doesn't follow, but curiosity pulls you downward, one careful step at a time. You keep to the shadows, tail low, eyes wide. She sees you, you know she does, but she doesn't move. She just hums and waits. You stay behind a bin, watching. Then, something soft lands nearby. A bit of food, not much, just enough. A peace offering. You sniff it, nudge it. It's not dangerous, so you eat, slowly, one small bite at a time. She never reaches toward you, not once. Only when you look up again do you see her hand, resting beside her knee, palm open to the night. It doesn't call you, it simply exists, still, quiet, gentle. You step forward, just close enough to brush it with your whiskers. She smiles, doesn't move. You don't stay long. You return to the rooftops, back to your mother. But something lingers, a warmth, not from neon, not from food, but from the shape of stillness itself. It begins as a whisper, soft taps on rusted vents and railings. The rain comes without warning, like it often does in your world. There's no thunder, no lightning, just a slow, steady fall that coats the rooftop in shimmering layers. You sit beneath a crooked pipe, nose tilted slightly, as droplets gather and fall from its edge. Your mother has gone below, somewhere into the alley, to check something only she understands. You're not scared, not really, just quiet, listening. Each raindrop is its own sound, a rhythm, a secret language only rooftops understand. You watch puddles form in the dents of old metal sheets. You see your reflection ripple and vanish, only to return again. Your whiskers twitch. The rain doesn't bother you. It touches everything gently. The city glows brighter when it's wet. The neon blurs into streaks of pink and blue, like someone dragged their fingers through paint. Light pools and shifts, bouncing up onto the walls. Your fur shines where the drops catch it, and the wind brings the smell of damp concrete and warm ramen from somewhere below. You curl your tail tighter. You wait. This kind of moment is new to you, being alone but not afraid. The rooftops feel less like edges now and more like paths. You're learning the difference. Then, a sound behind you, soft steps, familiar pause, a warm breath near your ear. She's back. She says nothing, just sits beside you beneath the pipe. You both watch the rain, together, but quiet. It's later now, the rain has passed. The sky is still heavy with clouds, but the rooftops glisten, washed clean and glowing with reflections. Neon signs hum softly nearby. Their light dances across puddles like drifting jellyfish. You stretch, front paws long, back arched, then settle into a dry patch of tar paper beside your mother. She naps with one eye half open, tail curled neatly over her nose. You're thinking about puddles, about how they copy the sky, about how you used to fear the gaps between buildings, but now they look smaller. Then you hear it. Not your mother, not wind, another paw step. You turn your head slowly. Across the rooftop, a new cat appears, older but not old, orange and white with narrow eyes and a long tail that flicks once before curling around his paws. He watches you the way street cats do, not unkind but cautious. Your ears tilt, you don't move. The stranger approaches, one step at a time, stopping just out of reach. He doesn't speak, just sits, listens to the sounds of traffic far below. Eventually, your mother lifts her head. Her gaze is calm, not alarmed. She blinks slowly. The visitor nods, then lies down a few tail lengths away. For a while, none of you move. 3 shapes on a rooftop, resting in silence. And though you don't know his name or where he sleeps or what led him here tonight, you feel something settle in your chest. You are not alone in this city, not really. You wake to the smell of warm rust and rain-dried stone. The sun hasn't risen. There is no sun here, not really, but the sky above the city is lighter now, hazy gray. The neon signs have begun to blink out one by one. Morning for Tokyo. For cats, it's just another quiet hour. You stretch slowly and find him still there, the orange and white cat. He's sitting where he sat last night, tail flicking once every so often, ears turning toward distant city sounds. Your mother has moved on, gone to scout the alleys. She trusts you now, at least enough to leave you a little space. You take a step closer. He doesn't move, just looks at you, head slightly tilted. You watch each other for a while, long enough for the rooftop to grow warmer beneath your paws. Then he does something unexpected. He chirps, not a full meow, not a growl, just a soft noise that sounds almost like laughter. It catches in his throat and escapes into the wind. You blink, you chirp back, and something shifts. He steps closer. His scent is different from your mother's, sharper, older, but not threatening. He nudges a small pebble with his paw. It rolls toward you. A game? You tap it back. No names are spoken. Cats don't need them the way humans do. But as you sit there, chasing a pebble across rooftop cracks, you think, if he had a name, you'd know it already. Maybe not with words, maybe not out loud, but you'd still know. The pebble game ends the way most things do, with stillness. The stone rolls out of reach, falling softly into a gutter. You both watch it go without chasing. It wasn't really about the game, anyway. The orange and white cat stretches, long and slow, then flops onto his side. He rolls once, belly to sky, tail flicking lazily, and lets out a breath so big you feel it in your own chest. You mimic him, curling up just far enough to feel safe, but close enough to feel something like warmth. The rooftop is quiet now. No pigeons, no rain, no engines. Just the faint hum of Tokyo asleep and the glow of distant traffic crawling like fireflies far below. Your eyes grow heavy. You didn't mean to sleep here, not without your mother beside you, but the stone is warm beneath your belly and the air carries no threat. You feel your breath slow, your paws relax. Your tail wraps around your nose like a blanket. He doesn't speak. He doesn't move, but you feel him near. Your dreams come slow and soft. First, you are walking beside your mother again, tail high, fur dry, stars blinking above. Then the rooftops vanish, and you're floating in a sea of laundry steam and noodle broth. Then, nothing. Just color and rhythm and the deep feeling of being okay. The kind of peace that only comes when someone is beside you, even if they say nothing, even if you barely know their name. You wake to the sound of soft steps on rusted metal. Still half asleep, your ears flick before your eyes open. The rooftop is quieter now. The orange and white cat is gone. Only the warmth where he laid remains, like a shadow made of memory. And then, you smell her. Not the city, not the rain, her. You lift your head. Your mother steps onto the rooftop with practiced ease, her movements calm and sure, like nothing in this city could ever catch her by surprise. She doesn't look surprised to find you here either. Her golden eyes take you in, your position, your scent, the way your tail curls sleepily against your paws. She says nothing, no scolding, no praise, just a gentle nudge of her nose against your cheek, soft as steam rising from a vent. You close your eyes at the touch. She settles beside you, her body warm and familiar. You curl against her, smaller than you want to admit. Her fur still smells like the streets below, garbage and rust, and something sweeter underneath, something like dried fish and old paper. You missed her, not because you were scared, not because you were lost, but because things feel better when she's near. You nestle into her side and let your breathing match hers. The city continues on around you, trains in the distance, sirens echoing somewhere far, a ramen stall closing 2 floors below, but none of it touches you here. Here, you are a kitten. Here, you are safe. Here, you are home. The rooftops are no longer a mystery. You've walked them, in the rain, in the wind, in that soft in-between hour when lights turn off and morning hasn't quite arrived. You know which ones creak, which ones pool water, which ones hold warmth from the vents below. You're not just following anymore. You're beginning to remember. Your mother leads, but her glances back at you are fewer now. She watches you with a quiet trust, a knowing that you're learning the rhythm of the city in your own way, not just the rooftops, but the roads, how to cross without being seen, where the pigeons sleep, which smells mean food and which mean danger. You're learning by pause and whiskers and instinct. Below, Tokyo breathes. Vending machines whir to life. Shutters roll open. Sleepy footsteps echo on pavement. You crouch on a ledge and watch people through fogged windows. Someone eating noodles in silence. Someone brushing their teeth to a tiny radio. You don't know their world, but it doesn't feel far away. You turn back to the rooftop path. Your mother is already ahead, tail swaying with purpose. You leap after her, your small paws landing where hers once did. The city is no less big than it was before, but now it feels like a story you've begun to understand. One paw step at a time. You didn't know the city had an edge, But now, walking alongside your mother, you feel it. The buildings thin out, the rooftops lower, neon gives way to darkness, and the air changes, smells like metal and something colder. Fewer signs buzz here, fewer people pass below. Even the wind feels different, like it's traveled farther to find you. You pause on the edge of a long, flat rooftop. Ahead is a stretch of silence, empty warehouses, chain fences, blinking red lights on distant towers. The sounds of vending machines and noodle stalls have faded. Even the glow of traffic is gone. You shiver, but not from cold. Your mother sits quietly beside you. Her tail is still. She watches the dark horizon without blinking, like she's remembering something from long ago. Maybe this place is familiar to her. Maybe she came here once, back when she was young, like you. You take a step forward, just one. The ledge crumbles slightly beneath your paw. She flicks her tail once, and you stop. Not out of fear, but respect. This is her silent way of saying, not yet. The edge of the city is not a wall, it's a feeling, a pause, a breath. You sit beside her and look out, matching her stillness. Maybe one day you'll go there, but not tonight. Tonight, you rest where the light begins to fade, right between what you know and what you don't. You wake to a low sky, an unfamiliar silence. No neon buzz, no puddles of pink and blue. The rooftop beneath your paws is different. Flat, cold, metallic. The kind of rooftop that doesn't remember cats. The kind that was built only for machines. Your mother walks ahead, her body low to the surface. Her paws make no sound, but you can tell she's tense. She stops often, ears rotating like dishes, scanning for noises you can't hear. This place has no proper rooftops, just wide concrete panels, broken vents, steel beams that creak under their own weight, no soft corners. No steam from ramen stalls. You're still in the city, but it doesn't feel like Tokyo. It feels like the part no one talks about. You follow carefully, keeping close, your tail brushing the floor, as if trying to feel for hidden paths. The sky above is dull gray. No stars tonight, no city glow. Just cloud cover and the hum of something distant and electric. You cross a narrow ledge and find yourself in a place with no edges, just wide nothing. The buildings are far apart now. The rooftops don't touch. You stop. She notices. Your mother looks back, just a glance. You lower your head slightly. She waits. You gather your breath and step forward, paws steady, muscles low. The jump is short, but it feels longer because no light waits on the other side. But you make it, and she nods. There is no fear in your chest now, only stillness. the kind that comes when the world is unfamiliar, but your steps still make sense. This is a night with no rooftops, but still you walk. She leads you to a place she's never brought you before. It's hidden, not behind a door, but beneath a rusted piece of tin, wedged between a wall and an old air duct. You wouldn't have seen it on your own, not even close. But she slips through like it's a routine, tail brushing gently behind her. You follow. Inside, the sound of the city vanishes. No sirens, no trains, only the low hum of some forgotten generator and the soft scuffle of your paws on dust-covered tile. This place, it's warm. Not warm like steam vents or sun patches. Warm like memory, like something was left behind here, but never truly gone. Your nose twitches. Old smells, paint, wood, paper, fabric, not food, but something comforting. You pass a tipped-over chair, a metal shelf, a stack of boxes that no longer know what they're protecting. Your mother circles once, then lies down beside a collapsed blanket in the corner. She closes her eyes. You sit, look around. There are drawings on the wall, faded, childlike, done in marker. A star, a face, a flower. You don't understand them, but something inside you quiets. As if even long after the humans left, their warmth didn't. This isn't a nest. It isn't shelter. It's something else. A place for being, for breathing, for pausing, for returning to when the city grows too large to carry. She showed you this place because you were ready. And though you can't name it, you know what it means. The rain returns like it always does, but this time, you don't run. You feel it before it touches you. A shift in the air, a hush that falls across rooftops and alleyways. The smell of metal, pavement, and the deep, earthy scent that always comes before the first drop. Your ears tilt, your whiskers lift, and then, soft as a sigh, it begins. Tiny specks at first, just enough to dust your fur, then more, heavier, but not violent. This isn't the kind of storm that drives cats into shelter. This is the kind that invites you to pause. You're on a rooftop now, without your mother for the moment. She's nearby, you can feel it, but she's letting you move on your own, letting you feel the rain. And you do. It doesn't sting. It doesn't chill. It slides down your back and gathers on your nose like glittering glass. Your fur holds it easily now. You've grown. Stronger. Wetter. Yes. But not afraid. You walk the length of the roof, each paw steady despite the slick stone beneath. Your tail moves with balance, your breath steady. Below, the city is still glowing. Tokyo at night, neon bending through droplets, vending machines humming beside ramen stalls, reflections on asphalt rippling like watercolors. You sit at the edge and watch. Somewhere far off, a train passes. Somewhere below, a man in a suit laughs softly to himself. And here you are, a kitten no longer hiding from the storm, but sitting calmly in the middle of it. You see them before they see you. 3 pigeons, fat and glossy, nestled in a dry corner near a rusted AC unit. Their heads bob, eyes darting, feathers puffed slightly in the evening chill. They coo softly to one another, unaware of the small shadow watching them from across the rooftop. You crouch low, pause silent, body still. You've never caught one, not yet. But you've come close, you know how they move. You've studied the way they twitch before flight, the small bounce, the shift in weight, the lift that always comes too soon. You don't expect to succeed, not really, but something in you wants to try, not out of hunger, not out of need, just instinct and rhythm and the sheer thrill of it. You take 3 slow steps forward. A bead of rain clings to your whisker. The air is thick with the scent of feathers and rust and old soy sauce from a noodle cart 3 floors down. You tense, you leap. The flap is instant, wings exploding into the air, feathers scattering like ash. 1 pigeon brushes your ear on the way up. So close, so beautifully close. You land where they were, tail flicking once in frustration, then again in satisfaction. You didn't catch them, but they saw you. And next time, they'll remember. You sit, licking your paw, watching them circle once and disappear into the maze of buildings. You weren't hunting food, you were hunting skill. And each time, you get better. It came without warning. A sound like thunder, but too close, too sharp. Not sky thunder, but earth thunder. A deep metallic crash that sent a vibration through your pores and made your tail puff out in alarm. You froze, ears flat, muscles tight, heart thumping hard beneath your ribs. The rooftop trembled beneath the weight of the noise. Something large had fallen, something heavy, far enough not to see, but close enough to feel like it could have been here. For a moment, Tokyo didn't feel like Tokyo. It felt like a place that could suddenly become dangerous. You crouched beside a vent, every hair on edge. Even the city lights seemed quieter after the sound, like they were listening too. But then, the wind returned, the pigeons settled back down, and a noodle stall light flickered softly back to life across the street. The world didn't end. You stayed curled up, still watching, still waiting. Your mother nowhere in sight, but the silence that followed wasn't empty. It was protective, wrapping you like a soft blanket. Nothing came for you, nothing chased. You stayed hidden until your breath slowed, until the rooftop felt steady again. The city can be loud, it can be sudden, but it moves on, and so do you. You step back into the open slowly, ears still alert, but no longer afraid. The wind changes. It always does, eventually. But this time, it carries something with it. You're perched on the edge of a low rooftop, just above a cluttered alley. The city hums behind you, softer now, distant. The rain has stopped, but everything is still wet. The air is thick with the scent of electricity and something else. Paper. A torn sheet floats past you, caught in a lazy spiral. You reach out, but it escapes your paw, rising again before drifting to the street below. You watch it land beside a plastic crate and an overturned sign. Then, another scent. Not food, not fur, something unfamiliar, warm and metallic, laced with smoke and old heat. It rides the breeze like a whisper. You blink slowly and raise your head. The wind carries stories. It always has. Stories of other cats, of danger, of safe places, of endings. You turn in the direction it came from, just a glance. Beyond the rooftops, beyond the neon, something shifts. You can't see it, but you feel it. A change, a presence, the kind of feeling that makes you pause in your step without knowing why. You stay still, let the breeze touch your fur, let the sounds fade, and as the scent drifts past, you learn something new. You don't always need to chase. Sometimes it's enough just to notice. Delete this part. You didn't expect to see him again. The orange and white cat from before, your rooftop game companion, your quiet shadow during the storm. He appears like he did the first time, suddenly, without sound, slipping through a broken window like a dream wearing fur. He doesn't speak, he never does. But his eyes meet yours, and it's enough. A nod, an understanding. He walks beside you along a narrow ledge, the two of you in quiet sync. You don't play this time. You don't run or chase shadows. You just walk. At one point, he stops and looks over the edge, down into a glowing alley where two humans sit on crates, sharing something in paper bowls. Steam rises, laughter echoes. A radio plays softly in the background. The orange cat watches, then flicks his ear and continues on. You follow. Eventually, you reach a rooftop where the city lights feel far away, a quiet corner with nothing but the hum of a vending machine below and a faint shimmer of purple in the sky above. He lies down. You do too. You don't know how long you stay there. Could be minutes, could be the whole night. You fall asleep with your tail touching his, not wrapped, not tangled, just enough to say, "I remember you," and somehow you know he'll remember you too. You step down into the alley just before morning breaks. It's one of the narrow ones, the kind where bicycles sleep and vending machines hum quietly through the night. You land, light on your paws, the concrete still cool from the long stretch of darkness. Everything is hushed here. Even the neon signs seem tired. This place smells of old bread, empty cans, and something soft, maybe soap, maybe rain. A row of laundry lines stretches above, cloth fluttering gently, catching the first breath of dawn before the sky has even changed color. You walk slowly, not to hunt, not to hide, just to feel the ground one more time before the light returns. Behind a trash bin, a rat scurries. You let it go. By a doorway, a stack of bowls waits, one tipped, one cracked, one with a trace of fish still clinging to the edge. You lick it, not out of hunger, but habit. A soft rustle catches your ear. A tabby, younger than you, peeks from under a crate. Her eyes meet yours. You don't move, just blink slowly. The language of trust. She doesn't come closer, but she doesn't run either. You nod once, then move on. This is the last alley before morning. You can feel it in the way the air shifts. One more rooftop and the sky will bloom. You climb the drain pipe with ease, and behind you, the alley falls quiet again. The sky has begun to glow, not in colors yet, just a softening of the dark, a gentle whisper that morning is coming, even if the sun hasn't touched the buildings yet. You sit high now, on the rooftop where your story began. The metal is cool beneath you. The air still carries neon in its breath, but it feels different, quieter, slower, like the city is stretching too, just like you. You look out across the maze of rooftops, alleys, lights, and steam. You've walked them all, not just as a kitten following paw steps, but on your own. You've felt the rain, faced the dark, learned the shortcuts and the sounds. This place doesn't just hold you, it knows you. You are not lost. You are not wandering. You are a part of this now, like a leaf caught in wind, like a light blinking in the distance, like a shadow that belongs exactly where it falls. A breeze passes. Your fur shifts. You blink slowly. Down below, a shutter opens. A human steps out into the street, rubbing their eyes. The world begins again, but you're still in that quiet space between night and day, between hiding and being seen, between what you were and what you are. You curl up, tail tucked, and as the first soft light of morning brushes your whiskers, you close your eyes. The city breathes, and so do you.